I got the aunties in a frenzy. I posted a video at Howard's homecoming of all my friends in their fit checks, and apparently we went out there naked. I feel like a lot of people do not understand the dynamic of Howard University. Everybody at Howard thinks they're the HBIC. Like, everybody is a main character at Howard. So people are coming from very affluent backgrounds, very, career-driven parents, or just being a very career-driven person yourself. So fashion is a very, very big thing at Howard. So just because you can't pull it off, that does not mean you should police what another woman is wearing. Lame behavior, quite frankly.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Cringe. We live in a time where lots of women say, my body, my choice. And I definitely don't believe that, if someone harms you because of what you're wearing, it's your fault. I think it's definitely the other person's fault. But obviously, if you carry yourself a certain way, that can lead to certain things happening, but things can happen to anyone. So because of that perspective, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about today's video. Everybody's outfit just ate as far as I'm concerned. I can see the creativity. I can see everyone's individual styles. Some of those short skirts were very short. Very, very short. There was nothing there, but I'm just gonna move on. Overall, I love the creativity, but some of those skirts were very short. So I see why people would complain about these shorts, because it's like, okay, would you just like this around your mom and dad? Because pretend like your mom is an alumni and they're coming back to their homecoming. Is this how you carry yourself?
I got the aunties in a frenzy. I posted a video at Howard's homecoming of all my friends in their fit checks, and apparently we went out there naked. I feel like a lot of people do not understand the dynamic of Howard University. Everybody at Howard thinks they're the HBIC. Like, everybody is a main character at Howard. So people are coming from very affluent backgrounds, very, career-driven parents, or just being a very career-driven person yourself. So fashion is a very, very big thing at Howard. So just because you can't pull it off, that does not mean you should police what another woman is wearing. Number two, everybody there, or everybody in the video, is from 17 to 23 years old. We are young. I'll be damned if I ever go into a space that's not my space and complain about what people are doing. Lastly, almost every single person in that video is doing better than you. I grew up in a very strict household growing up. So when I first came to college, I was very promiscuous in my dressing. I would wear whatever. I had a hot body. I was skinny, looked amazing, and I wanted to show it off because I was never allowed or given the opportunity to do that because my parents are very strict. But as I've gotten older, I realized that, I don't want to show my body anymore. And me, as a person who dresses more modest now, I would never ever sit there and try to police what another woman is doing with her.
Don't make no sense. She lost me because she's saying that when she was younger, her parents made sure that they protected her, made sure she carried herself respectfully. When she was out in the world, she started to experiment more with dressing more promiscuously, and I've experienced that. And now she dresses modestly. I can also relate to that. And she's saying that she would never police somebody else. I think because I've gotten to the point that I try to dress more modestly, and just my style doesn't have to be centered around like exposing my breasts or like my butt or something. I can judge you and say that your style doesn't have to be the same as well. And it's way more fun when you keep that stuff for the bedroom, because I'm telling you, when there's not much left for the imagination, it's almost as if I can touch it, and I really shouldn't think that. And I know that people think that even when you're wearing clothes, but there is some truth and some security, I think, to dressing modestly. But again, anything can happen to anyone, so.
I'll leave here with this. I think everybody needs to learn how to mind their business and clock in, because at the end of the day, we're in college and we're making money. No kids and no baby daddies. They'll do to say that. Bye.
Actually, some people in college do have kids and do have baby daddies. I feel like it's absolutely okay for people to give their 2 cents, especially if it's about a institution that they were once a part of. Like, absolutely. This girl's saying that, oh, it's not their campus anymore. They may not attend the campus anymore, but they absolutely still have a say over what is going on, especially if they're still investing in that institution, and the fact that they're showing up to this homecoming.
I know y'all been seeing the rant about homecoming, and everybody has it, you feel me, that bit out, you feel me? I just got here, HBCU homecoming 2024. I'm not gonna lie, that bit out, man. You know, I'm on the other side, 'cause it's a little loud over there. I wanna talk to y'all. But, I'm talking about, as soon as I got in this bit, on the way down, parking was so deep, I parked about half a mile out. I had to walk that bit. But look though, that bit out, y'all. Them little ruffled skirts that look like parachute, whatever that bit is, that bit out. I'm not gonna lie. And I get it, but at the end of the day, people from older generations was wearing similar stuff. Like the generation before them was saying the same thing. Oh, y'all got no class, this, that. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I get it. A lot of these women probably got men, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a little wild. Like, you got that bit out, like, that bit focused. You feel me? But at the end of the day, let people do what they want to do. You feel me? Let them have fun, do what they do. It's not hurting nobody, causing no bodily harm. They just do what they do, but let them be what they want to be. You feel me? Go subscribe to YouTube, actually, wave, hit that plus button for more, man. See y'all next one. And I bet I do it, I ain't gonna lie.
He's saying let people live their life. It's not hurting anyone. Absolutely could hurt people, because if people think it's okay, if many women think it's okay to carry themselves like this, it can cause a lot of issues. And I think there is already a larger issue in the dating market because of how people carry themselves and other people's assumption of them, you know. That's why we have the language of 304's and all this. People are concerned that this type of dressing is giving 304 energy, and these people are highly educated, you know. They're at prestigious schools where, you know, as HBCUs, they had to fight to be represented and understood that they too have intellectual black folks, right, in America. And so for them to not be carrying themselves like this, and the previous girl said, oh, these young people are doing better than the old people. What does that mean? You don't have anything. You haven't lived life. I haven't lived life as yet. I've barely touched the surface, okay? I feel like that was so disrespectful, and sure, let people live, but we can't forget that we're humans. We look at each other, we inspire each other, we follow each other. It's a community, and if you're doing something that may not be what we want, you know, a younger child to emulate, then obviously there's a current concern. And if you're going to one day be more promiscuous and then later on realize that, okay, maybe there is some truth to not being promiscuous, you must understand that ultimately there is some truth to not being promiscuous. And just recognizing as well the idea of time and place, because you can be promiscuous in your bedroom, but just not on the streets of your college. It's dangerous. Okay, I definitely love that all those girls were gorgeous, but I had a hard time staying focused. Let me watch it again. Bro, I can't be the only one. It's like I want to look in their face, but like I can't help but look at their breasts. I can't be the only one. Maybe that's where they're tense, because it's definitely given tense for me. They're gorgeous also, but it was really given tense. Someone in the comments did say it's tense for real, but like I can't even focus on their face, so I don't know. This is so bad. And that's speaking to the larger issue at hand. It's like if you carry yourself a certain way, I can't even, I don't know, I guess you gotta show off whatever assets you have. I don't have big breasts. Sorry, I'm not me adjusting my sister's shirt. I don't have big breasts to like show off like breast sets. I just give face card. Okay, I give face card.
And the aunties were saying that it was more ass shown at the homecoming than it was at Magic City during the Super Bowl. I feel like we have this conversation every month, and it always comes down to time and the play. You had a point, and I agree with being naked at Applebee's. Where you losing me at is at homecoming. Because homecoming has always been homecoming. The only thing that changed is the style. And to the generations that's talking about the women of today and what they wore, I'm quite sure that when you went to your homecoming, the generation before you said the exact same thing. And listen, I understand. I get it. I'm 29. I'm at that age where I could be seen as men in the younger generation, but I'm also teetering up to that auntie age. I'm quite not there at the auntie age yet. I had another creator who got on this app and said you can't tell the difference between the 304's and the doctors at homecoming because they're all dressed the same. Saying that is absolutely insane, because I guarantee you, if it was anybody at that homecoming that was having a health crisis, that doctor, regardless of what she had on, had been there to save that person's life. I agree that it's a time and a place, but like I said, we're talking about homecoming here. People are going to homecoming to let loose and to have a good time. No one is worrying about respectability politics. Unfortunately, like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but no one cares about respectability politics at homecoming. And the outfits that I did see wasn't even that bad. To see the people my age, I'm 29 again, and to see people my age, they're acting like the aunties.
This is so black coded because, you know, to each their own for sure, but I also don't believe that, you know, in Greek culture, college culture in the States, I feel like white women wouldn't carry themselves this way or homecoming if like their parents are going, or just even as a standard, and not to compare like white versus black, but that's why I said it's so black coded, because sure, every generation has some critique for the next generation, but I think respectability is so important to this topic, because when you're part of an institution, it's all about respectability. And yes, you want to make sure that the values of the institution is aligned with yours, and you don't want to be part of an institution where people are questioning if the women, the men who attend the institution are 304's or future doctors. When we look back at this moment, we're like, oh, in 2024 the girls were shaking ass with their little bubble skirts. It's really not that complicated to me, but I see why the young women feel as if it is okay for them to carry themselves the way they do, because they look cute. It is the trend of today, but not all the girls were absolutely naked. That's what I can say for sure. And maybe it is a drag sometimes, and maybe some people need some extra parenting, you know, but also maybe it's a creative landscape that is quite frankly becoming so complicated because how social media impacts how we see the body and display the body. Because especially in today's society, you know, everyone's like, I'm a feminist, I free the body, free the nipple. And I've been there before, but I'm like, ooh, I don't want everyone to see my nipple now, like, But I love Rihanna, and I would absolutely do a lingerie shoot if she asked me to. And that is a TMI. Basically, I'm being like, I get what the older people are saying, but I also get what the younger people are saying. And respectability is integral to these politics, because they too will come to a point where they're not going to want their daughters to dress like this. So, or to carry themselves like this, or the challenge the way how their daughters carry. So they must understand where the other generation are coming from and stop just like being like, oh, they don't get it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and thank you so much for subscribing, and I love you so much. Bye.